Happy holidays, Captain Ryan.
Happy holidays, everybody.
How are you today?
I am very good. Very good.
You just had your birthday.
Yes, 53.
Oh my gosh, you remembered.
Yeah.
How old you were.
I had to write it down.
He's always asks me throughout the year how old he is, and it doesn't bother me. It doesn't irk me or trigger me or any of those words. It's just comical that he can never remember how old he is. That's
right.
actually pretty impressive that you remember.
Yeah.
53. 53. So today on this very special podcast episode, we're going to talk about diffusing energy in combination with belief systems, and we might get into using pricing as an example, because if you are new to finding us, my husband and I own Good Karma Sportfishing educational programs here in the beautiful Florida Keys in Key Largo, and we have been in business for 14 years, technically longer than that, but we did a lot of things before we started our charter, which is a whole other story. It could be like 50 podcasts. And we moved to the Florida Keys in October 2009 after we were both laid off at the same time. We lived in Minneapolis. And you can read the whole story on my website, melindavanfleet.com. So we'll jump right into the podcast. So during this time of year, and I would say this whole year in general, wouldn't you agree?
I would say so.
There's been a lot of energy.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I literally have to stay off social media platforms because the energy is just outrageous.
Lots of people.
Yep, lots of people. Everybody has an opinion.
Everyone has an opinion, yep.
Now.
Everyone's been given a platform, basically. And
right.
And you could say we're hypocrites in that statement. We don't mean it snarky. We just mean it as a point. Like, people have been given a platform. And what's fascinating is you may have a hater comment, and then you go to look to see who it is, and they don't even have a profile or anything. So that's what I actually mean when I'm everyone's been given a platform. People are speaking up, and they really have no education. They have no business experience. They've never been an entrepreneur. They are speaking about something that you could easily go research at the library, and they don't. And it's become quite a mass of energy that's just all over the board.
100%.
And I know that this has been a huge thing this year, for sure. And probably since the beginning of time.
Yep.
Right? And now we're in the holidays, and we're entering a new year.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's going to be interesting.
So what Ryan and I have spent a lot of time working on this year is understanding energetics, even more so between ourselves, between other people, and also from a worldview. Where should you just turn the other cheek and just not pay attention anymore? And we also have it, escalated often within our fishing business because of you being on the water fishing.
Yep, 100%.
So managing your energy is probably on your scale of important things that you work on every day. What would you give it a rating of?
I would probably say 9.5.
9.5.
Yep.
In terms of priority for managing your energy.
For priority for managing it, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we felt really called to have this podcast episode because if anyone out there is struggling with this concept and topic, we want you to know you're not alone. We definitely want you to know that you are not alone. You are not crazy for thinking that you have thoughts about stuff like this. And also having to deal with different people in your life and making some hard decisions. Because if they're not in alignment with your energy and they're not open to curiosity and instead they're gaslighting you, then it is something you have to think about spending any more energy with those people.
Right.
And that's a lot of what's going on. People have their own belief system, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And when I had one of my masterminds that I hosted a couple years ago, one of the favorite topics that the women in my mastermind loved when I talked about was frequency, and really understanding that certain people are at different frequencies than you are. And as you clear up things in your field, like trauma, things from your family, especially when you're a child, different things from your work environment, different things from relationships, health, eating habits, meditation, getting to some place of meditation practice, you will be raising your frequency. And other people in your life may not be doing that. They may be consuming more television, more news, more things that really aren't healthy. And so you're going to just be at a different frequency level than the other person. And that's okay. That's just life. But you have to know that you're likely not going to change their belief system because you're truly just never going to see eye to eye. Like it's likely just, it could happen for sure. But for some people, especially if you're dealing with different things with your family, it may not. And that's something to be aware of.
Right.
Be aware of. So they always say that like people pick a coach or a mentor based on like a frequency match. If you're a coach listening to this and you've heard that before, you're probably nodding your head. That is a real thing, right? Like people pick people, friendships, even hiring in a business or corporation, a spouse or partner based on a frequency match. So if you have other people in your life that you didn't necessarily choose, or they've been in your life for a long time and your frequency starts to change because you've been doing work to clear things, to become a better version of yourself, then your frequency may be changing in the process. And that's something you just need to look at. You need to look at that with love and see where you may have to like make some changes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to make a lot of changes this year.
Yeah. And I'm at peace with it. I'm so grateful for the changes that we've made. It's more focused in alignment with our goals because often too, when you spend time and energy on people that don't reciprocate and are not frequency matches, you're just leaking your own energy. and then you wonder why, like, okay, like why is my business not moving forward? Why do I not feel good? Why do I have health concerns? And I could talk forever about that. And then you realize that you've been focusing your energy somewhere else, that you're not a frequency match, and you may also have different belief systems that just are never going to be on the same page. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like a mature adult, a person who's a leader, who is self-led, understands this and gets this. And there may be people on this frequency scale of a bubble, let's say, listening to this podcast, which is, again, why we're doing this podcast, and is just very grateful for this conversation because they probably think something's wrong with them, or they're a bad person, or they have guilt or shame about a certain situation or relationship. And there's nothing to be ashamed of at all. At all. Like there's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to feel guilty about. It just is. Your frequency has changed and you're just on a different wavelength and you're just not going to likely agree. And you shouldn't spend that much time worrying about that because you're taking away time and focus from your own business and your own life.
Yep.
So
it's very true.
Right, sit here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, it's just like I said, it's for myself, it's been a ton of work. It's a ton of work every day, to be honest with you.
And why would you say that? Because I want you to speak so everyone can kind of hear.
Because it's like, here's the thing. It's like you go through so many different thoughts in your head. As far as being a fisherman, being a captain, being a person in business with your spouse, to also to all the day-to-day as well. And then there's just so much that goes into but I look back at it and I cut into it daily of things that were really needed to either go away or needed to improve upon. That was it. Mm-hmm. And people I needed to let go. Yep. Like people I just needed to say goodbye. Mm-hmm. People that never followed through with things and just, so I'm like.
Yeah. You have to keep moving forward.
You have to keep moving forward. Just let them go, and it's over.
Yep.
So they went on their own path, and jealousy reasons they moved on, which I still don't understand. But, hey, that's me. So everybody has their own thing in life.
Well, you don't understand it because you're not that person who thinks that someone could be jealous of them.
Yeah. I'm like, why would you?
Believe me, that's actually like a self-belief problem in this household that we work on.
Yeah.
It's me telling my husband that he is actually amazing at what he does.
Yeah, I just don't I just go do what I need to do.
That's a whole other topic.
That's a whole nother topic. I just go what I need to do.
So he's like, I don't get it. I'm like,
So, don't get it. Whatever. So, each their own, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I think, too, like really understanding, and this is something that I believe that a lot of people and entrepreneurs have to face often. And do I think there's always some perfect scenario? No, I think it's a work in progress. It's part of life, and part of the life's journey is reciprocity, being reciprocal.
Yes, being reciprocal.
I can't say that word.
Yep. I mean, honestly, if I can't be reciprocal to somebody, then it's probably not going to be a good relationship.
Right. And if
it works both ways.
Right,
if they can't do it, then, if something, then what I've learned along the way is things just need to be,
that's the word.
Things just need to be laid out in front and with expectations on both sides. And that's it. You may not like it, or I may not like it, but if it's going to come up down the road, so you better lay it out ahead of time.
Yeah.
So,
and it's always going to be the other person who was the one taking advantage of situations that's going to be more, what do you want to call them, butthurt?
Yeah, they're always going to be like,
and have something to say.
They're always trying to get
the person who actually rises and stands up for themselves is going to be like, I'm done, I'm out, I'm focusing on myself, I'm no longer focusing on these people anymore.
I'm out of here.
Like, I got shit to do, gotta go.
Yeah.
So, but it's always the other person that was the one not living up to their end of the bargain in terms of, so to speak, that is going to have something to say, that is going to probably take the nasty road. And you just have to know that that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
So
yeah, I had to look at a lot of things this year. I mean, a lot. And this is actually kind of challenging me that's why I'm not saying much, because it's actually pretty challenging for me to talk about it, because it's just been, and plus I don't want to share too much, to be honest with you, because everybody has their own journey when it comes to this, and how they figure it out is up to them. And I can honestly say I hit rock bottom with it. And that's the only way. I'm just like, I hit rock bottom with it. And
you weren't a newbie either, because we have had to, I've definitely been the bad cop, which I have no problem being, quite frankly, with having people exit our groups. This year has been great, but the year prior and the year prior to that, we did have some people that were energy drains.
Yeah, energy drains. And I see it too. I see it daily.
Energy drains.
And I see it. It's like they're watching. And it's like
like stalking. That happens everywhere, though. Did I just send you that coach that I follow? I bought a lot of her program stuff. And she said, so this really amazing coach who has done like 34 million in her business since 2018. She just did an Instagram post today where she's sharing one of her posts, and she only has 20 or 30 likes, and there's almost 70 saves. So people are like saving her post. It's that much value, but can't give a like. I mean, that's sad. And that's truly what's going on out there. I can tell, the views. It's like when you have all these views, when you have over 1,000 views, and you have 5 likes. It's like, come on, people.
It's so funny.
That's what I mean, reciprocity. Yeah. Because then the other person has to look at it too, and go, okay, my business isn't growing, my relationships aren't great. Well, what am I doing wrong? Well, how is your behavior? Is your behavior in alignment like that, where you're just stalking, but you can't seem to like a post? That's kind of a problem. And I had to reckon with that with this summer, with that poor social media behavior. Yeah. With people.
Yeah, and
it just isn't worth my energy.
Right. And I see, I see a lot. I see a lot has changed, and I don't want to be anywhere near to where where a lot of it is at right now. And neither do guys or the women that truly understand that where things are at right now with a lot of this stuff is like rock bottom in the world of social media. It's just, don't even know what to even say.
In terms of not liking a post, or like, what do you mean?
I think that I'm not sure where I was going with that.
Yeah, I kind of lost you.
Yeah.
But I love you still.
So all I know is that
we're going to keep this in. We'll keep this raw. I won't edit this. I think other podcasts will be like, we need to edit.
When I cut off, like, here's the thing, when I was like doing, like, giving people lots of fishing reports and all that stuff, and then they were profiting from that, and then I changed the way, and change is good. I'm okay with it. Then I seen what was happening, and I was like, so I'm out, man. I'm going to change the way I'm doing things. It's good for me. It's good. It's healthy. And then I saw a shift.
Well, it made a lot of sense, in my opinion, because I'm going to say it like this. Sometimes poor behavior triggers you, and I mean you as a collective, not just you, Ryan, but you as a collective, a person to make a change that is for the better. Like, literally, if you think about contrast and duality, that's what that is. Like, it's triggering your soul to say, hey, look at this and do an action, right? So the behavior online in regards to how much Ryan would share in a fishing report, for example, to use his example, triggered him to then be like, okay, fishing club mastermind gets me in the Voxer, and I share a fishing report in the Voxer. And then we did a couple behind the scenes that are for sale on the Patreon that are amazing. Like, oh my gosh, $22 I think is what we charge for those. And they're both are amazing, which are Ryan like dissecting his charters. They're amazing. So if you're interested in that, go to the Patreon, and they're called Behind the Scenes, and there's 2 of them. They're only like $22. They're freaking gold. Unbelievable what he shares in those 2 videos. So I think that when you look at that from that lens, which is what I'm always talking to you about, is like looking at things from like a positive lens.
Yeah.
Like, that's gold then. That made sense. Like, fishing club is amazing. You have your fishing club call tonight. Like, they deserve that. That's a painful container for a year. Those guys deserve that information right away.
Yeah.
And the information you share is authentic, and it's not a lie. So yes, those guys deserve that information.
Yeah, I'm literally getting off the boat for fishing club, okay, and
which is the mastermind
group, okay.
You have to email,
and I am
for an application.
Putting a Voxer out of exactly what I did, as far as depth wise, I fished, what I used for bait, like.
And then they can ask you questions.
And then
the Voxer.
Then they can ask me questions in the Voxer, like. From that, they've been able to learn migrations and where the fish are at, and they're in tune with it. They're in tune, mm-hmm. And then they're in tune with it every trip, every week. Because I also have intel from other areas that are very, very good that I would never, ever, ever share with anybody else. Mm-hmm. Yes, that is
and that's skin in the game.
That's skin in the game.
That was your.
You can go out and and then. You can go out and buy all that shit, but it's worthless. It's worthless unless you understand about presentation. Yeah, you can, and I know what's happening. You're getting some information from some tubers or something, and so. But if you really want to grasp the full concept of what's happening, then the fishing club is gold.
Right. So the point is that triggered you.
Yep.
To make a positive change. Add the Voxer into the fishing club this year, right. Which was great.
And now, moving forward, they're going to get some apps for certain things.
Yeah. So Ryan's like, if y'all don't know this and you follow us and you follow Ryan is a genius with figuring out things. It's like crazy. So yeah. So what you've been working on behind the scenes, which a select few have had the privy to be part of and also be beta testers is, next level getting added into the Angler's Edge. And then we're adding the Angler's Edge into Fishing Club. So if you're in Fishing Club, you already get Good Karma Rigging Crew. Now you're also going to get the Angler's Edge. And then the Angler's Edge is going to get this new thing that Ryan's been working on. So, so these things that have happened to us online by noticing and being aware of other people and their energy has contributed positively to our growth in terms of business ideas
100%.
And how we can help our community and how we can show up more for our communities. We have 3 communities, and how we can show up more and we can help those anglers and they can continue to get better and really enjoy their fishing experience. And that's really what fishing is all about. Our motto from day one has been, anytime you're fishing, it's all good. And that's true. So if you have these tools and techniques and this knowledge, it just enhances your experience. And that's what our goal is.
Yep. Yeah. And then in the Angler's Edge program, they're also going to have access to some of the new stuff that I've
that's
created.
what I was saying. Yep.
Yeah. So which is awesome for as far as spots go, as far as something that is really working very well, that I'm not going to say, but it's working very well.
It's going to be talked about in Edge.
I'll talk about it in the Edge. I'm talking about it tonight in Fishing Club. They've been the beta testing, and it is spot on for fish predictability.
Yep.
And there's no app out there that's doing it. So I'm.
You're on the edge.
Yeah, you guys are. It's. Yeah.
Funny.
So I'm super excited for that.
Yeah. So it's really understanding the energy of the people, looking at it from, am I just on a different frequency? Number one, and assessing that. Assessing, is this energy difference leaking my energy where it's taking away from my focus of my business and I just need to either dial it back, take a break, cut the cords, whatever? Or is it something that you could flip around, flip the tables on and make it positive? Like we just gave that example, and improve your business, improve your life, improve your health, improve your relationships, improve your money situation. Like there's so many fascinating ways to look at energetics and really like understand it versus just, oh my God, the sky is falling, blah, 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 blah about this person or that person. Like, no, like it is your choice and your belief system that drives the bus, literally. Your choices, your belief system drives that bus. So if you stay out of all that other stuff and you just look at it positively, you're going to be set up in a great, great place for 2026. I mean, we are like super excited about 2026. So we're staying focused, eye on the ball, right side of the railroad tracks is what I say to Ryan every day.
Yeah.
And, just keeping going. And anything else that is not on that bus, or train, is like, they're not in my field right now. Like, I got shit to do.
Exactly.
I got shit to do.
Yep.
I got shit to do. We want to do more podcasts and share more things for all of you out there. We really appreciate it. We brought back this podcast because I happened to go into Libsyn and saw there were all these people listening to our podcast. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Okay, cool. We need to show up more and help others. So that is a good thing. Yes, I put it on my YouTube channel, but the YouTube algorithm is neither here nor there. Who even knows anymore? So yeah, I was like, let's get back to good old fashioned podcasting and podcast together. So
exactly.
And bring it back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
So anything else you want to say, Capt. Ryan?
Nope, I don't. I think that you pretty much summed it up.
So, well, if you haven't guessed, I'm an intuitive and energetic business and leadership mentor. I focus on relationships. So your relationship to yourself, to God source energy, to others, to health, wealth, and your business. And my website is melindavanfleet.com. On my work together page is all of the options. If you're interested in working together, I also have a Patreon called Conscious Convergence, and all this information will be in the show notes. Patreon is amazing. Ryan has a Patreon as well. Good Karma Sportfishing Patreon. We both love Patreon. It's such a great platform for free content and paid for content and communities. So if you are a Patreon fan like we are, definitely add us to your Patreon communities. We would love to see you on that platform as well. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
All good. Thanks for listening.
Oh, and our dog is ready for dinner. So perfect timing. There you go.
She's calling.
We love it. So thank you everyone for listening. Please connect with us. Please share our podcast. If this resonates, it could really help somebody else.
Yes.
It's super important with everything going on there that we help each other and we share information like this. We would really, really appreciate it. So close it out, Captain Ryan.
And remember, anytime you're fishing, it's all good.